My name is Leila Rodriguez, and I am the winner of the new Ethics in Action Award in the faculty category. I am Associate Professor of Anthropology in the College of Arts and Sciences. I was conferred the award for my efforts to draw attention and combat the marginalization of non-Western anthropologies. That is, anthropology created in Asia, Latin America, Africa, Central and Eastern Europe, and the Middle East. As scholars, particularly those of us in the humanities and social sciences, we are highly critical of the structures and processes that perpetuate inequalities within and across institutions, communities, and countries. We're also increasing our commitment to equity and inclusion initiatives. Nevertheless, we tend to focus on these issues within the United States, and we often give little thought to how our actions contribute to the global inequities in the production, circulation, and consumption of scholarship. In anthropology, for example, students all over the world study US, British, French, and German scholars, yet students in Western countries are rarely exposed to the works of scholars in the rest of the world. For the past 5 years, I have begun addressing and combating this trend within my own discipline. I follow Stephen Black's definition of ethics as a re-examination of one's own taken for granted moral stances, consideration for other cultural traditions of morality, and reflection on how to resolve the juxtaposition of disparate moral discourses. As scholars, we have to intentionally bridge the gap between how we engage with international scholars and students and our personal priorities. To better understand the causes of these inequities, I conducted a survey with US anthropologists that measured the levels of, types of, and reasons for engaging with our international counterparts in the countries in which we conduct fieldwork. I am now repeating the survey to study the role of COVID on these engagements. I also created the World Anthropologies course, in which students hold conversations with anthropologists in 5 other continents, and where they curated the first Wikipedia page about the history of anthropology outside the West. Finally, I am continuing work that I began as the elected World Anthropology seat at the American Anthropological Association, to draft a best practices statement for engaging with our international colleagues on equal terms. I am also crafting guidelines for anthropology departments across the US to evaluate and reward participation in international conferences, publications in non-Western journals and in other languages, and other forms of engagement. It is my hope and my commitment that this work will help to create lasting cultural and institutional change.